Hello. Let me pull my microphone closer. Hello and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. It's Bonus Sarah Day.
Hello, dearies.
I needed Sarah with me today. There was a small amount of begging involved on my part because what we found out today from Bob Woodward.
Yeah.
But his new book makes it our I know my hair is on fire. Anyway, but we'll get there. Oh, thank you for being here. Just put your I'm here literally every single day. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to us. Thank you. Oh, and thank you, Alan. Thank you. So I got distracted. Why didn't Woodward put country before profit? He never has.
No. It's sort of up there with Maggie Haberman, just the same. Yeah.
But at least he put it out before the election. Anyway. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Miss Sarah will be time-stamping as we go.
Yes.
And, or you can watch back on like a higher speed. I was watching a lot of things on 1.25 speed, and I asked Sarah, it's like, oh, is it okay if I move this up to 1.25? And she said, I watch things at like 1.75. You're good.
It's my ADHD. I can...
No, it's fine. So I actually last night on some things, I was just trying to check some different videos. I was like, So I bumped it up. It was like, I can do this. Yeah. So as I was doing chores and putting stuff away last night, it was, okay. So.
Right. It's the only way I can get through my big stack to listen to podcasts and whatnot. I have to listen at 1.7. As my grandmother would say, we were on a schedule. Yes.
Electra, it is Tuesday, but this is bonus, Sarah.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think I'm going to end up doing a. Well, first of all, I just got to finish making my tea because I'm going to need it. And I think I might do an overloaded Celtic on this one because.
Right. Well, let's start talking about it. At 3 even, Bob Woodward, bless, has another Trump book coming out. This one's called War. This book goes on to allege many things, but first, since leaving office, Trump has been in direct contact with Putin at least 7 times. That is, under 3, he set 7 violations of the Logan Act. Will anything be done about this?
But the thing is, I don't know, are there any teeth in the Logan Act?
I don't know. I mean, it's...
But funny how Trump has been so against Ukraine. Funny that.
Isn't it, though? And the whole time it's been going on,
he's saying he could end it. Yeah, just he would stop giving help to Ukraine, and Russia would roll over them. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna do. Okay, so Traitor Trump.
Yes.
Has been talking directly to Putin.
Mm-hmm.
At least 7 times.
At least, yes.
You know what exactly Jack Smith's purview is like how far up Trump's chilies is he allowed to go?
I'm not sure. I think it centers around his time in office. I don't know if it covers any. Well, no, it very well could because of the documents.
Exactly. And when I said chilies, I mentioned a culinary. That's all I meant.
Okay.
In a culinary, I wouldn't go there.
I got you. Dorinda Cosgrove in chat says the Logan Act allows for a fine and imprisonment of up to 3 years. So that's 21 years in prison. Okay.
Let's do that. Yes, for entertainment only. Thank you, Walter.
Yes.
Hang on. There's a hint at the end. There's a hint of something at the end.
A clue. A crumb of hope. Please.
There's
a crumb. Just a crumb.
Yes, a crumb of hope at the end, but we've got to get through the rest of the cards first. In the past, he's been doing this garbage all the way along. It's just how he's done it. In the center, we've got big old secrets. Secrets, hidden secrets. Here's the next question, though. How has he been talking to Putin? Does he just call on his cell phone?
Sure.
Does he call on a landline? Does he call on something that national security would potentially have tapped? Well, does Secret Service know about this?
I don't know.
At the base of this, Putin is promising him, let's just say money and women. I'm getting, okay, this is gross. Getting a mental image of Trump like salivating. What he's being offered is just all of his greatest dreams. And hanging above it, all that money, and there's a justice card. Because if Trump doesn't win the election, and I don't think he's going to, he has a whole lot of court cases ahead of him, and they're going to get nasty.
I have to be careful because I'm terrified I'm going to make that face and it's going to stick.
Hello, boo-boo. Move along. Move. Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. It's a cat. Okay. Card down. Oh, please. Okay. Home environment. He is in intelligence circles. He's very small. He's very compromised. He's very diminished. There's a rude word I could use, but I really don't want to use it, and I don't want to insult women. He's Putin's lackey who's taken a knee.
So he's an itty bitty teeny weeny shriveled little short man. He does not exist. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, entertainment only. He's compromised. He's so compromised. Oh,
he's
God, yeah.
So deeply compromised. The hopes and fears. He's giving away a lot of stuff. I also think that he's been given false information to give to Putin. But there's all kinds of. And then Putin, of course, is blowing up his ego and filling his head with lies and like playing him like a fiddle.
Orange puffer fish, just yes.
Yeah. Trump is the accordion.
Mm-hmm.
So hopes and fears. What other people see? Trump taking action he shouldn't. I'm so angry, and I'm getting the rudest interpretations in my head, and it's just like, we're not going there. That's not how I roll. But I'm so upset. My brain is... And the challenge. Who's willing to continue to protect Trump? The traitor. Well, I don't know if they're really talking about this in the news yet. I don't know if this is like...
No, it's all over CNN. It's all, people are picking up on this. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good, because this is not going to go well for him. Very unbalanced with Republicans. Now, obviously, some of this is already baked in. Some people have already voted, but this is not a good look. Near future is a 10 of swords, ouch, and a very unstable, losing footing, 2 of pentacles. Yeah. Final outcome, 3 cards. Would you like a crumb of hope? I like an offer. Is a crumb.
Please, ma'am. Might we have a crumb?
An institution where you're done and you're hemmed in by long metal things like that. Traitor, traitor, he's a traitor.
Yes. Desert Dawn, we're looking at that next here. Yes.
Trump's a traitor. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hang on. Carol, do you and us some good if one episode we all kind of let our IDs out to play?
Oh, yeah, our ids. Yeah, it'd be the just say what you really want to say without worrying about censors, and just let it all out.
Yeah, right until YouTube decided to. Yeah. It is. Or ids out. Okay. This is a daytime show, and I know there are some people who have little ears around, so I have to keep things clean. But hey, Becca from House of Lenormand's in the chat. Do follow House of Lenormand. Hey, Becca, guess what? Bob Woodward has come out with a new book. That jerk. But anyway, he is reporting in his book that Dumpy, Trump has talked to Putin directly at least 7 times since he's left office. Oh, the traitor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. And then, speaking of being a traitor, now, the next thing that he talks about in his book, or one of the other things that's gaining traction. Now, this is in the early days. I know Desert Dawn was talking about when we had no tests. This is the early days before most hospitals had COVID tests.
Mm-hmm.
Trump sent a bunch of them over to Putin personally, for his own benefit, for his for his personal use, so he and his family can stay safe. Now, I'm guessing he didn't send the same to Zelensky or anyone else, but the Abbott point of care COVID test machines. This is before we even had the rapid response. This is So,
and I'm sorry, was that the sound of 1 million Americans dying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and Putin told Trump, he's like, you might want to keep this on the down low. Don't tell anybody about this. This is not something you need to brag about. And Trump is like, oh, I don't care. And Putin's like, you might care later. He's like, they obviously they don't like me, so it's okay. Thank you for the test. Just shh. Oh, if you say so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lordy help.
This is exactly what would come under what the Supreme Court just decided is our official acts. Our country was, I'm sorry, we lost more than 1 million Americans.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a position of having some hope. And he stabbed us in the back. Does this weaken his position? He's already so weakened. There's only so much they can do.
Yeah.
You can publicize it. I would do that, but he's not going to be held accountable in any legal way.
Time out for low carb. We already have our questions for today, dear. They're in the description box, but thank you.
Do put your questions in the chat before I come on, please, 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 please. And I'm here every single day. So thank you.
Usually between 10:30 to 11 a.m. is the sweet spot Central Time. So, all right. Oof. Moving on.
I just want to check in with Trump. I'm sorry. I just had this urge. But I really did ask Sarah to be on today. I was like, please don't please come with me, because I'm going to say bad things. I'm going to. Mm-hmm. Alexis says I have family members and friends who died of COVID. Mm-hmm. They didn't get anything.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry that happened to you, Alexa. I'm so sorry, and I'm sorry for them. But, oh my gosh, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. Bless you. Bless you. Trump. It's October 8th. Election day is officially November 5th. Not on the cards? As much as it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. All right, I'll move this. Okay. Not a good one. Just not actually standing on the cart. That's not. And don't drink my tea. Love you, but don't drink my tea. Okay.
But Mom.
It's less than a month till Election Day, and there's no like, what's going to happen to him between now and Election Day? He's not going to get arrested. There are no court cases. Jack Smith did what he could, bringing stuff forward. Bob Woodward is again he's waited until now to bring out his latest book, whatever. Cards I get for Trump are just, he's the victim. He's always the victim. While has people cleaning and cooking for him and at his beck and call and fetching and carrying, and including top secret documents. I guess I need to say allegedly because of canon, but there's not much we can do right now, and that's what's frustrating. But we can vote. I did get, where is it? I did get an Ace of Swords. I don't know what happened to it, but I got an Ace of Swords, which is vote, please vote, please vote. It's okay. I'll come. I'll calm down. It'll be okay.
Yes, Alexa, Woodward is the one who wrote the book. All right. At 2010. Switching gears a little bit. In the wake of Helene and while bracing for Milton. Oh my gosh. Oh,
thank
Mr.
you.
Dill.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. That's very sweet. And of course I'll share it with Sarah. Happy to. Thank you.
Y'all are so sweet. Oh, goodness. All right. So in the wake of Helene and while bracing for Milton, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell went on CNN pretty much to beg Trump and the other Republican lawmakers to stop with the false rumors about the response from her agency and the entire federal government. Will they cease?
No.
Yeah, I know.
I'll pull 3 cards, but no.
Yeah.
Nope. You're okay. You're okay.
Poor Munchkin. Do you need to?
I have no idea. Anyway, FEMA is working really hard. And these guys are lying about it. Five of Swords, 10 of Wands. Burden, adding insult to injury by lying about what's happening.
Yeah.
Making the burden worse, upsetting people for no reason. They're not going to stop. No.
Well,
thank you, Alexa. There. Prayers for Florida. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Alexa.
Lisa wants to know, with MAGA Mike refusing to call Congress back for disaster funding and the MAGA party disseminating false information about relief efforts, will this hurt MAGA at the polls with Republican Party voters? Because here's the thing. As much as Marge likes to say that, Dems are controlling the weather with lasers, it's the GOP who's controlled the weather by ignoring climate change for years. And most of the lawmakers in the affected areas have voted against extra funding to FEMA. So all of this is at their feet. Yeah.
Well, all right. You have people who we're going to vote red anyway, who nothing they do is going to be good enough. Just forget it. People really, really need help. And there needs to be some clarity here. The amount being given, then I've got Chariot, which is the election with judgment. I think people want help. Hang on.
Thank you, Janice.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you. We're about to have Spider-Man. What? Again? No warning? Will this hurt the Republicans? I need to close the window. You
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. it's not helping them.
Mm.
It's not like they're promising more disaster relief.
That part.
In fact, they keep refusing help. I don't know. I'm not feeling like this is. I mean, obviously, it'll make some difference, but I'm not feeling like it feels like a lot of things are already baked in.
Yeah,
and things that in the past would have moved the needle wildly are. Linda Blue voted in person by absentee ballot today. Yay! Thank you for voting. Thank you.
Yes.
I have my ballot. It's going to take me a while to get through all the judges, but I have it.
Yay. All right, everybody. Take a second. Stretch. We're stepping away from hurricane energy and whatnot, but we're about to go a little deeper into darker stuff. So here we go. All right. At 2620, Trump prevented the FBI from fully investigating Brett Kavanaugh, even as the then president claimed publicly that its agents, FBI's agents, had free rein to look into any sexual misconduct allegations leveled against his then Supreme Court Justice nominee. According to a new report released by Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who's a Democrat from Rhode Island. So this is actually coming from the Senate. So, are you okay? You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Thank you, Rose Blue. Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, let me start over. So, Donald Trump prevented the FBI from investigating Brett Kavanaugh, even as the then president claimed publicly its agents, FBI's agents, had free rein to look into any sexual misconduct allegations levied against his then Supreme Court Justice nominee. According to a new report released by Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who is a Democrat from Rhode Island, we like Senator Whitehouse. According to Whitehouse, quote, messages to the FBI tip line regarding Kavanaugh were forwarded directly to Trump's White House and then never probed. So the FBI set up a tip line. Trump had it routed to the White House, and then everything went away. And in other instances, Trump told... Go ahead.
Sorry, M. Kelpie saying 4,500 complaints.
Yeah. And in other instances, Trump's team told... I can hear that. You good?
I'm fine.
Trump's team told the FBI to just leave things alone. So will all of this instigate the fall of Kavanaugh? Thank you, Catherine. So
Thank
sweet.
you, Catherine. Alexa Gibson's asking 4,500 complaints for what? Oh, we can only begin to guess considering we're talking about Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tick tock. Tick. 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 Just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time and a different political structure. Page of Swords, Five of Swords. Trump even said that Kavanaugh wouldn't be able to get a job at a major law firm if it wasn't for him, for Trump.
Yeah.
Trump said that.
Yeah.
I don't think that bodes well for Kavanaugh. Here's a big old fool card. And the Nine of Cups is, I think White House and others, I think they're gathering the receipts. They're collating, they're stapling, they're making sure everything's nice and even. But receipts, death and full here. So, yeah.
Wow.
So is Kavanaugh going to get Yeetus deletus?
I'm down for that.
Court? Yeet. Yes, Jane. Impeach Kavanaugh. Yes. Oh, Raymond, I think I might disagree with you on that. Kavanaugh also had $200,000 of bills and debt paid by Trump. I don't think it was paid by Trump. It was paid for, but Trump himself, nah. All right, so Kavanaugh.
Valerie K, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So if you couldn't get a job at a law firm, maybe you shouldn't be on the Supreme Court. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's going to take time. We need Democrats in power.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
like really in power. I know Democrats control the Senate. I mean, we can at least decide what goes onto the floor and what doesn't. But temperance. Let's go back and have a look at that, because I've got a man who's completely full of himself. There's a huge chunk of money here, right next to a charity card in the middle. So filling the huge hole here. He's sitting pretty, but he is sitting. You sit on a throne of lies.
So many lies.
So it's going to take. What I'm getting is, but will he ultimately,
yeah,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get on with it? Okay, all right. Yeah, who got him in? What they did? There's definitely movement here. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. Four of Cups is a refusal to cooperate, but this is strong enough to overcome them dragging their feet. Don't make the sword court cards mad.
Yeah.
They will do the work.
Oh yeah. Whoo.
What a day.
What? Yeah. Alrighty. So at 33 even, Crazy Lady has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will the world ever heal from all of Trump's machinations?
Yes.
I think so.
I mean, we've look, if you go back, I mean, obviously, I think we're talking on a smaller scale or a smaller time scale, but if after Abraham Lincoln was no longer president, with prejudice, until you get to Grant, those presidents who came after him, that's a good way. That sums it up. But I can't even name them.
Yeah.
I don't think the average person could name them.
Jackson's in there somewhere. Yeah.
Was he? But he wasn't right after.
No, he was like 2 after or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not minimize what Trump has done. Ever. There's a truth versus his lies, but women will save us. Women voters.
Whew.
There will always be some people who want to say, no, he wasn't so bad. Yes, he was. He was always stirring stuff. It was bad. I've been getting forever that, entire Canadian forests will be felled to write books about this guy. for a long time. So we'll get there. We'll get there, but
it's going to take a second. Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, there's some gnarly astrology coming up in the second half of this decade. But we'll get through it. We'll be okay.
Well, along the same lines, Julie has a question. When Dumpy is no longer in our daily lives, oh, happy day, and his crimes have been exposed, will some of the MAGAs repent from their support of him? Are we going to have any mea culpas? Oopsies. My bads.
It's too big of a question, I'm afraid, because that's almost like a asking if 10 million people are going to do something or not.
That makes sense. Okay.
They destroyed Facebook. I mean, who wants to go on Facebook right now? I mean, there's obviously some nice people there, but on the whole, there's a whole lot of not. They may become disillusioned and not vote. It may be a matter of they just say, well, he was a Republican and that's all that mattered to me. And as long as I make money. Some will feel bad, but it's a mixed bag. And as far as like this goes, as long as I make money, that's all that matters. The other day I had mentioned, I know, obscure 80s band, the Blow Monkeys, and how they had some songs that were very anti-Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one of them, I put the links in the description box, but there's one called Choice.
Mm-hmm.
And just one of the lines just ran through my head, which is, you talk about money like it's the currency of faith. And cast aside those who never made the grade.
Wow, that's a good one. Yeah.
You talk about love like it's something you invented.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Y'all, this was from yesterday, but it made my little brain go, so I'm glad that I'm here. Rose Blue had a question. The Virginia GOP is requiring its electors to sign loyalty pledges that state that they will do what their party tells them to do with their vote. At least one has been yeeted from his post for refusing to sign said loyalty pledge.
Is this all over? Or is this one state?
It's picking up steam in other red states. Other states are looking at it. Could we see the GOP try this election fraud across the board? Because that's what it is election fraud.
There was a question in the chat about my blinking. Allergies. Sorry if it's bothering anybody. Yeah, it dries out my eyes. I didn't realize it was a problem, or I would have been some drops or something.
You're human. You're allowed to blink.
No, I'm blinking a lot. I'm like,
okay.
Anyway,
yes. Dee was just making sure that you were okay. She says that she's the one who asked about the blinking. You're good. She's just making sure you're not irritating anybody. She just wants to make sure you're okay.
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. All right, this is heavy-handed, and isn't this election interference?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bigly.
They're really afraid of the number of Democrats who are going to vote. They are really afraid. And they are terrified. This is just, they're waiting for all of these votes to come in, and they're desperate. It just feels like they're desperate. I don't like when the cards are too good to be true, or like, oh, obviously this is good, so good for us. But it's what I'm getting. King of Pentacles. So you have these actors, bad actors, all over, who are trying to move the system, the institution, in their direction to cause disappointment. There's not much stopping them, is there? That's my worry. Well, also, it just feels like the GOP is scrambling. And so they want this victory. But if enough people vote, it won't matter. Because the GOP electors won't be used, except in extremely red states where they would have voted for Trump.
That's true. All right.
Please vote. Please, please, please vote.
Yes. At 41:50, Marie has a question. You mentioned that some people are splitting their votes. I know you've looked before, but could you look again and see if both the House and Senate will be blue after this election?
Red House, Blue House of Representatives, Blue Senate. This feels like shenanigans.
Shenanigans?
In the House. In the Senate. It's more dodgy in the Senate. In the House, I've got, it just starts out with really happy Democrats. And then the far right trying to communicate, but you're done. It's cut and dry, you're done. And so I asked,
toodles.
Any more information? Yeah, toodles. The Speaker Mikey, he hates everything. Lots and lots of worry and isolation. So that's what I'm getting from the House. The Senate, the Lovers with the Judgment in the Tower. So I don't think that bodes well for the far, far right. But I don't want to get my hopes up too high. The fall of the far, far, far right. There's still Republicans there. There's still Trump supporters. Because remember, only, what, a third of the senators come up for election?
Yeah.
At a time. So they're still there. And they still have input. See if I can find out more about the Senate. Will the Senate in the United States Senate be controlled by Democrats or Republicans? State Senate. They're behind the times. I mean, it's the Senate is supposed to have longer times in office in order to keep more stability. But to some extent, they're also calcified. So 2/3 of them are calcified into the way that things were.
That's a very judicial way of putting it. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of Republicans who are already in a good position. But there are going to be a lot of women voting, and because, yeah, some people are splitting their ticket. Don't split your ticket. This is not 1972, or whatever.
Yeah.
So many women are going to vote that they end up a day late and $1 short here, but they're still expecting their ship to come in somehow. I want to say that Democrats are definitely going to keep control. It's just, it's a lot closer.
Okay. Well, we might look at it again in a couple of weeks as we get closer to Election Day when the energy gets a little more settled. So, all right. Well, at 46:35. Okay, so Fox News is having a little bit of a meltdown. Bless their hearts.
Oh.
Yes. Because Harris was too good in her recent interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast. For those who are not aware, the Call Her Daddy podcast is the #1 podcast in the country among women under 45, which is the demographic, and that's from all political makeups, demographics, whatnot, just women under 45. It is all races, whatnot. It's the #1. With 5 million engaged and loyal listeners weekly. Fox says Harris did so well that they are worried that people are going to actually vote for her. If somebody didn't know how progressive she was listening to her talk about how Trump stacked the Supreme Court against women, they're not going to know they shouldn't vote for her, and they might vote for her.
They said that?
She was too good, yes. What are we going to do?
Get some decent policies and a candidate who is not an adjudicated R word with 34 felony convictions. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, just thought. So, but considering that these are voters from all over the political spectrum, did she pull more people to her side?
Yes. Yep, she pulled. It just feels like she pulled some people who normally wouldn't bother voting.
Good. This makes me happy.
Pulled cards, but that's what I'm getting.
Democracy, that would be with a capital D. Yes.
What I'm actually getting is a whole lot of Republican cards. The card for the reading, day late and $1 short. Adding insult to injury, she pointed out what they've done, using their actual actions against them. They're acting with her own, what's going on, what she was able to say and get across. I do have Republicans here. The Sunshine Queen of she really shone the light on them.
Yay.
She did a really good job. So did she pull a bunch more voters to her side?
And from what I understand, that particular episode has a higher listenership than their normal 5 million, and she did phenomenal. From everybody who's heard it says that she was just so.
Well, that's the country, and that's a lot of women. Women who they know they're carrying the burden because of this patriarchal garbage and institutionalism. It's women who suffer. Yeah, She did really well.
Yay! Yay, yay, yay. All right. You good? Are we okay?
I think I can do one more. Everything seems to be going crazy all at once.
We'll do one more, which will be the last in this section, and we'll call it good. So
Okay.
Diana has.
I'm so sorry. And we'll carry over questions we don't do today to tomorrow. Okay.
Yes. So, will we get a new Speaker of the House after the election, which falls into what you were just reading earlier? Mikey won't vote on the FEMA bill, and the hurricane states need help. So one way or the other, whether it be Jeffries or if they yank somebody else from the hallway, just eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Either way, is Mikey out after November?
And far right's going to be mad. Woo!
Y'all.
Right up front, partnership. Democrats working together. Right there. Right up front. It's right there. And after that, it's all Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Fool.
Sorry.
No, so they're trying. They're doing what they can, but it's just boom, right out of the gate. And then them acting a mess.
Oh.
Three more cards just to check. I'm getting the Hermit card for Speaker Mikey. Repeatedly. 8 of Cups. All those Democratic voters caused the person in red to walk away. They're trying to stir up garbage on the far right, but they end up on the defensive.
See, I want to go. Just send him home, but then he'd be here. And
that's right, because you're in Mikey's district.
Can he go on vacation with Ted? Like, can we do that?
Yeah.
Or he can go tour the Ark. I mean, he may need to. They don't do anything about climate change anytime soon.
Yeah, really.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for today.
Yes, we've been on almost an hour, so.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Sarah, for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. Some of this stuff was so gnarly. I was just...
Yeah.
But...
It was yuckadoo.
My sister, actually my middle sister, 2 of 3, she actually calls that the lizard noise. But anyway, all right. Well, at 3:00 we're going to be over on the Creative Sprints channel, and you're always welcome. Mm-hmm. And other than that, we are both going to be right back here tomorrow for Sarah Wednesday, best day of the week. So thank you so much for being here. Please remember, you are not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. And I agree, Carol. Every day with Miss Sarah is a great day. I agree.
Oh, y'all are so sweet. And yes, any extra good vibes you guys have, please remember to share them with anybody who was affected by Helene or is in the path of Milton. We're just going to keep sending good energy and do what we can. So yes.
All right. Take care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.